What's up, my friends? Welcome. Get ready. Grab a snack and a bevy. It's time for you and I to have a chit-chat. Straight up facts. Tell it like it is. Laugh till you pee your pants. Cry because you probably needed to. And I can't promise, and I'm not going to throw any F-bombs, but I can promise you'll feel a lot better after listening. It's time to get personal, one-on-one, down and dirty, and have a coffee talk. Buckle up. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, my friends. It's Denise, and we're sitting here getting started to do another coffee talk. I'm drinking tea again today because I'm still having problems with my fucking voice. There's that. It's just lingering too long for me now, my friends. So I am sitting here enjoying a pumpkin chai latte. So I'm having, it's masala chai, pumpkin puree, honey, and oat milk from my favorite tea shop locally here, the Irie Cup, IRIECUP in downtown Huntley, Illinois. Boom. Go there if you can. If not, go online at www.iriecup.com. They ship nationwide and their teas are amazing. I highly recommend the Flu Fighter since we're coming into that. Boom. Oh my gosh. I have so much to talk to you guys about today because I am sorry, but like I had mentioned on Wednesday's episode, I have been really sick and I've had zero voice and I've had this weird cough, like this gag cough. Whereas when I did get a voice, if I kept talking too much, it just makes me cough. It was weird and I don't like it. I'm still not feeling 100%, but this is autoimmune. This is what happens. This is kind of like life with lupus and RA and all the other garbage I got. But I made some notes. First off, I wanted to talk to you guys about weight. I'm going to be 55 in October, and I'm really just starting to not give two shits about my weight because no matter what I fucking do, I cannot lose the amount of weight that I want to lose. Now I'm coming down. I would say in the last 2.5 months or so, I've lost 20 more pounds. At least it's staying off and it's not going back up. But it doesn't matter if I move more. It doesn't matter. I addressed my hormones. I've addressed everything. And I've just come to the point that where it's like, if I feel healthy and I can still do things and slowly take off a little weight here and there and just don't go back up, then I'm on the right track and I'm not going to beat myself up on it. And I'm not going on any fucking fad diets and I'm not doing any fucking products. I'm just going to eat right, take the proper supplementations, move my body and just do what I got to do because I'm over it. I'm literally fucking over it. I can't. And that's that. I will say though, speaking of food. So I'm kind of like, I am fluid, people. Okay. You have to be fluid in life. And if you have autoimmune and you are eating and not taking medication to control your autoimmune, if you are not fucking fluid, you are fucked. Okay. So I went plant-based and mind you, I love a lot of products I found on my plant-based. One of them is butter. I can't have dairy is really hard on me. I can't do dairy. So I've had to find alternatives for my dairy. So I don't do regular milk. I haven't done cow's milk in quite some time. And every now and then, like I'll see like a creamed milk from like our co-op, our farm co-op. And it'll be like, oh, look at all that cream and that yellow milk. And it's just slightly pasteurized to pass the law on here. And I'm like, it's so close to raw milk. And I'll take a drink and I'll just a little half cup, like in a rocks glass. And it'll taste so smooth and so delicious. And then I'm in the bathroom for the next fucking 3 hours. It's not worth it anymore. You know what else I can't eat anymore? Fucking eggs. No eggs. It's just no. It's just a no. So no eggs, no dairy. Those are huge not okays for me. I love ancient grains. I'm addicted to farro right now. I eat farro with like fucking anything I can eat it with. But I have transitioned moving into a Mediterranean, right? So I'll eat some meat, but the meat I'm eating is going to be either like a seafood or like a chicken. I'm not a fan of chicken, but if it's made right, because I'm making it, I will eat chicken. But I'm trying to really reduce the red meat. However, this past Labor Day, Peter came up with this idea, and it was his idea totally. I'm sure it was like a YouTube video or something. He was like, do you know what I want you to grill for Labor Day? And I'm like, what, Peter? What do you want me to grill for Labor Day? He's like, a tomahawk steak. Here's me. What? Like where that came like fucking out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, well, you do understand like a tomahawk steak is like the size of your fucking head and it has like the full rib on it. And he's like, yeah, I want one of those. Can I have the bone? I'm like, okay. Okay, you could have the bone. But I thought, okay, well, whatever. So I talked to Mr. Sith and I'm like, he wants should we just go get a tomahawk steak? Let's get a fucking tomahawk steak, whatever. So again, we support local. We did not go to a grocery store. We went to Butcher on the Block, which is a local family owned butcher. And he also has delicatessen and has some dry goods and grocery goods. But we walked in and we bought a tomahawk steak. This thing is fucking massive. So like my biggest concern is the person having to grill this is number one, we want to grill it. We do medium rare to rare. So I'm like, okay, we like it warm. So I prefer like medium rare. But I have to season this thing so that it goes all the way through. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you have to slice it where you're going to get seasoning on both sides. So that's the biggest, yeah, it looks great. It does whatever. But if it's not properly seasoned, it's not going to taste good in the middle. So I did they dry age their own meat. But I also, so if you want to kind of make any meat, whether it be steaks specifically, but also like a roast or something, even if you're putting it in a crock pot, I tend to take mine out of the butcher paper and I clean it up, make sure it's nice and dry, pat it with a paper towel, just season it with salt. Really good on all sides. Do not be afraid to season. And season with pink salt, please, or a sea salt, a really good sea salt. Please don't use white salt. Please don't. And so, yeah, I was like, or should I say like Morton soap? Don't use iodine soap. Iodinized. I can't even say that. Don't use salt with iodine in it. Like, stay away from the Morton girl. Anyway, salt it good and then just leave it open to air. We have an extra fridge in our garage. So we just put it in there, open to air, so that it could kind of dry. And what's going to happen is that the salt is going to seal in and kind of put a little layer around your meat. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because I learned this in cooking school exclusively from a French chef. That's what you do. And then when it gets out, season it like you normally would. I don't salt it anymore, but put on whatever, grill seasoning, whatever you're putting in the crock pot oven. I don't really care. And then I grilled it, and you will get a much juicier. Also, I cringe. I literally want to choke somebody out when they take meat off a grill and cut into it. Like, I'm just like, I want to slap you on the back of your head. Don't touch it. When you take meat out of the oven, out of a frying pan, out of a crock pot, I guess crock pot's okay. I won't be that strict. But off the grill, let it sit. And put all your stuff together. Set your table. Get your napkins. Get your side dishes all done. Do what you got to do. go get the beverages. Then touch your damn meat. I was just saying. Because if you cut into it right away, you're releasing all of the juice that needs to be sucked back into the steaks. Okay? Or pork. People do it with pork. And please, if you're cooking pork, I'm totally doing a side thing right now. The requirements for cooking pork is different. Now, mind you, if you buy your pork from a regular grocery store and you don't know its sourcing, you probably want to cook the fuck out of it. But if you're buying your pork or you're buying it direct from a farm or a co-op or a high-end store and you know its sourcing, okay, please look up the new guideline, internal temperature guidelines for cooking pork so that you have juicy pork and not hockey puck pork. Because what the fuck is the point of eating it? It's just like people who get grass-fed beef and then they ask it to be well done. And I'm like, why? Why? Please stop. It's like, I mean, you don't have to eat it bloody like I like it, but I mean, fuck, don't cook the shit out of that. You ain't even going to taste it. So just get any old kind of beef. This way, when you cook the fuck out of it, it doesn't matter. Just saying. I warned you guys all on Wednesday that I was fucking on fire for today. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Halloween. Let's talk about fucking Halloween. I'm a little frustrated this year because now obviously Peter's going to a Christian school. And I don't know what the guidelines are, but I'm assuming it's nothing spooky and I'm not going to dress him up like, you know, the fucking devil and send him to school. That's just common sense. Okay. There are lots of costumes out there that don't entail like nasty, bloody, weird shit. Okay. So boom. But my biggest issue is that I obviously, I fall in the middle of life, of life in general. I fall in the middle. And I have friends on the left and friends on the right. And then I have friends on the far left that I don't like to talk to and friends on the far right that I don't like to talk to. But I follow them all online and, you know, because I like them as people, I don't really care about their political choices. However, when you start posting, yep, here we go. It's fucking Halloween. Okay. So we have one side that's going to be dressing inappropriately. And we have the other side who's telling us that Halloween is for the fucking devil. And you're really not a Christian if you celebrate Halloween. And I'm here to sit back and say, fuck you. I'm so tired of people shaming other people and telling them that they're good or bad based on other people's fucking ideology or their beliefs or their religion. I believe in a lot of shit, but I'm not going to sit there and fucking force it on other people. And then people are going to be like, well, if you're a Christian, Denise, it's our duty to tell other people to, no, it's our duty to treat other people in a Christian way, not lecture and belittle people because they're not doing what you do. I saw multiple posts from my far right friends about how Halloween is for the fucking devil. And I'm here to tell you that if you have those friends and you feel bad or they're making you feel bad, fuck them and you do you. I'm so tired of it. I don't give a fuck who invented costumes. I don't give a fuck who invented candy. I don't give a fuck what happened on some Celtic fucking day on whatever. I don't care. It's fucking Halloween. And I'm going to eat Trader Joe fucking dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Because I can't eat Reese's anymore. Because they give me the shits. Boom. Okay, got that one off the list. Next. Oh my God, you guys. I'm gonna follow that up with like a totally awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. And I know she's listening because she listens all the time. But I have a friend who listens to the podcast and follows me online. And I think we became friends with the cereal box, that damn cereal box video. But can I just tell you, I just love her. I love her. I love watching her family online, and we have just become online friends. I've never met her. Never met anybody in her family. We just are online friends, but I feel like she is my bestie. You know what I'm saying? And I just love it. And she sent me a message on Monday and said she was listening to me while she was walking her dog. And Esther, hello, Esther. And if you're walking with Creed, give him a little shake on the head and a big old hug for me because he's a little cutie. Creed is I believe a husky mix or a husky or an Alaskan Malamute, but he's adorable and he just had surgery and he's had some surgery. So he's been rehabbing and he's walking and doing all the things again. So, super happy for him, because our dogs are our babies. Let's be honest. So we might have human babies, but we have furry babies too. And if you don't believe that, that's good for you. But that's what I believe. You don't have to believe that. I don't care. And I'm not going to hate on you for not. See how that works? Everybody needs to do that. But she was just sent me the sweetest damn message. And I'm reading it while I'm folding clothes, right? I'm reading it and I'm folding clothes. And I hate folding clothes, but somebody's got to do it right because Mr. Sith just rolls them up into a fucking ball and puts them in a drawer and wonders why he's wrinkled. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it made me cry. It made me cry, Esther. That's how much your message it touched me. Like, it really touched my heart. And just like that, the podcast itself, like the words that I say, that she felt like we knew each other. I don't want to say too much because it was very personal, but Esther, I think you're fucking awesome too. Period. That's all I got to say about that. And I left you a message on Messenger, so listen to it. So that's what I did. I really appreciate every now and then I will get messages like that, and it really warms my heart. I absolutely love getting messages like that. So thank you. All right, next. I canceled my October birthday trip. Number one, because I can't get anybody to take Peter to school. That's the advantage of homeschool. You don't ever have to worry about that bullshit. I could have just taken him over to Grandpa and Grandma's. Grandpa and Grandma could have came here. I'm not going to have like my mom stand in a fucking line and figure out what time. It's just, why? You know what I mean? So I canceled my trip, and I think what I'm going to do in lieu of that, which will be much cheaper than I was going to go to Phoenix and meet up with some friends out there. But so instead, I think I'm going to just give myself like a day at the spa. It's way fucking cheaper. So why not? I mean, it's even less than the hotel room. So I'm like, boom, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be here in October. So I'm like, we'll just settle that the way that it is. Not just, it was just a matter of that. Like I said, I have to have somebody watch the dogs. Somebody's got to bring the kid now somewhere. And Mr. Sith has to work. And I can't rely on him to do like all this stuff. In all honesty, it's too stressful. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to cancel the trip. I mean, it's not like we're not going to fucking Italy next year. So we'll deal. I'll live, I'll live. Funny story about Buster. Okay. So we got him. So I posted the other day and everybody was so gracious. We're struggling with Buster. Not like struggling like he's a bad dog. Okay. He's not a bad dog. He's such a good dog, but he's reactive. And a lot of people even asked what a reactive dog was. So I thought I'd talk about it on here. So a reactive dog is a dog. How do you know your dog's reactive? Well, let me tell you what some signs are. So reactive dogs are the dogs who, if something rolls by your window, like a piece of paper or a leaf, or a cup or a squirrel or a bunny or a person or a kid or another dog or a car or a motorcycle or a bike, or you know what I'm saying? Okay. If that goes by your front window, your dog barks like you're getting intruded upon by an army. If your dog sees another dog and they start barking and lunging while they're on the chain, but they're wagging their tail, Okay. They could not be as well. That's a reactive dog. And a reactive dog is one that is basically overwhelmed by their surroundings. I am not a dog trainer. I am just doing and telling you and relaying what I have learned in the training that we're currently in. Okay. So reactive dog is overwhelmed by their external stimulus. And you just have to calm their mind. You can't alpha behavior them. You can't discipline them. It doesn't work. And sometimes, in Buster's case, it makes it worse because we paid for discipline training and all it did was fucking make him worse. So, because what it does is discipline training is not, it's basically forcing them to do what you say. It's not calming his fear or anxiety of the environment that you're in. So there is a way to address it without doing alpha and dominance. And so we've been doing that and it works, but it's a lot of fucking work. It will get easier as he gets older. Of course, it's because he's in adolescence right now. That is hard. And adolescence could go into 3.5 years, almost 4 for Newfoundlands. And, but it's hard because it causes me and Mr. Sith a lot of anxiety as well, because you have, we want to go to Newfie-Palooza again in October. We're worried about the stimulus there, that we're going to have to walk him in and sit down on a chair and let him just sit until he gets what it's around him. And then we'll get up and walk around. That's what you have to do with a reactive dog. You have to calm their fears and their anxieties and let them calm that brain down and bring it back to a more rational point and then do that. Like he will freak out at the front window if a dog walks by. But if I stand next to him or Mr. Sith stands next to him and we just put our hand on him and talk to him and be like, that's our friend. That's our friend that walks here every day. Oh, that's just a little boy on his bike. He will sit down and I'll be like, you don't need to bark, but you could talk. And then that turns into the whoa, 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 whoa. And he's a big dog. A dog's a dog. They're going to make noises. I don't mind the talking. I just can't have him lunging at the windows and at other people. And as long as we tell him, calm, like you sit and just lay down and relax and watch, the more we do that, the more he'll get used to it and it won't be so just overwhelming to him. So that is what a reactive dog is. We're working on it. He's getting better, but it is a lot of anxiety because a lot of people look at you like something's wrong. I'm actually looking to see if I can make like a strap that says reactive dog in training. Because some people will just like literally just stand on their fucking, you can hear my dog flipping out in the house. You're literally 20 feet away, not even. But you'll sit there and play with your phone while your dog's just standing there like, who's barking? And Buster's inside losing his fucking mind. Why are you stopping here? Like, do you not hear that? And they probably don't, because, people are so caught up in their own little worlds. Maybe they don't know. Maybe I should check myself and be like, I can't assume everybody's just listening to your dog, Denise. So there you go. Sometimes I got to check myself before I wreck myself. Oh my God. Oh, I got to cough again. Hold on. Man. Ugh. So, you know what I did? I told Mr. Sith the other day, I said, I'm so incredibly disappointed in myself. He's like, why? And I'm like, I did something that I said I would never do. And I did it. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I downloaded the Starbucks app. And he was like laughing at me. And I'm like, because I'm really, really, really like that crispy spiced apple, non-dairy chai oat milk thingy. I love it. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know what it's called. Where's I had to literally put it on a sticky note. I don't know where it is, but maybe Mr. Sith put a sticky note. I don't know, but it is so good. But I'm stopping myself because my tea shop now has a crispy apple tea, black tea, like black apple tea with caramel and spices and oat milk. And I'm like, yes. And then they also have a pumpkin masala chai oat milk latte. So good. So I'm like, cool. I still get a little caffeine, no coffee, less sugar, better for you because they use like real products. It's not like crap. They make their own stuff. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that. So I have not ordered in about 4 days. Look at me. I want one now. I'm not going to lie. I'm finishing my tea up now and I'm thinking to myself, on my way to picking up Pete today, I think I should go get one. That's what they do, man. They suck you in. They fucking suck you in. Speaking of suck in, I watch a YouTuber that I adore. Her name is Erin Bies, Bies. And Erin is a anti-MLM advocate. She helps provide education in that area. I love her. You can't rock her. She will come at you with facts. If you don't come at her with facts, she will come at you with more facts and the fact that you didn't come at her with facts. But I love her. And she is also a recovering MLM industry person like myself. And so she has helped me in my healing process substantially. And I know that she probably doesn't even listen to my podcast, but I don't really care because I love hers. But she always drinks. She is a personal trainer. And although she's going to do her, she drinks 0 drinks, which is fine. She does her. I could never do that. But she's always drinking a Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream, 0. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I mean, once in a while I would have a Dr. Pepper, but they're really syrupy for me. So I'm like, I don't, it's not my favorite. And I don't drink any pop. I make my own with the soda string and I use Jing and natural like syrups that I make. But I was like, that sounds good. And you know what, people, if you can't just like have a treat every now and then, you are not fucking living life. So here's me. I'm not going to die if I go get myself some strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. So I bought a 12 pack and found it in the store. I got the regular because I didn't want the 0 because I can't drink the 0 stuff with my lupus. And so don't come at me. You do you. Remember, that's what we're doing on my podcast. You do you. I do me. I can provide education as to why you shouldn't do certain stuff. If that meets your requirements in your life, then you either change it or you don't. Either way, it's no skin off my back. But I tried it and I will tell you, when it was cold, I drank it like it was really cold. And I usually love a cold soda, but it just was kind of flat. Not like flat soda, you know what I mean? Like when the bubbles are on, but it was not, the flavor was like, whatever, I mean, it's just like Dr. Pepper with a hint of strawberry. But then I was working on something at my desk and I let it sit. And when I sat there, I went, oh God, I didn't even finish that. So I grabbed it and I drank it. It was cool, but not cold. And it tasted wonderful. Like it was so much better. The flavor profile like came to life after it was kind of not as crisp, right? It was really good. Like, dudes, I'm not going to lie. It was fucking delicious. So I wanted to order them because there's a sale. So we always have ginger ale because I feel like if you have an upset stomach or something that you want that's crispy, I just love ginger ale. So right now, like locally, like soda is like a 12 pack for like $100. That's what I feel. Okay. But they had 2, it was buy 2 for $9.99, which is fucking cheap where I am. Okay. Grocery wise. So a 12 pack of soda for $9.99. And it wasn't even like just Coke or just Pepsi. It was everything. And I'm like, wait, what? And so I was like, ooh, I want like 2 strawberries and cream, all ginger ale, And then I want to try there's a cream soda Dr. Pepper. And I'm like, let's do that. And of course, the strawberries and cream was sold out. So I got another ginger ale and a cream soda. So it was, because that's what I was saying. It was buy two, get three free. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, you know what they're doing? They're trying to clear the aisles so that all their Christmas packing can come out. They're not fooling me. I'll have this fucking pop till the end of the year. Just saying. So what else is here? Okay, can I just tell you guys? So we have decided, I think I finally have Mr. Sith on board. I have just decided if 55 changes you, my friends, I'm going to be 55 in October, and I feel like everything fucking about me is changing in a good way and in a I don't fucking care kind of way either. Like, you know what? I've decided I'm going to do this. If you don't like it, okay. Like, I don't really care. But I've decided that I am no longer into cool colors. And I've been doing all of this like DIY people I follow, lots of interior designers and home improvement people on like reels and all that shit. And I'm into warms all of a sudden. And I'm into neutrals. And I'm like, shit. And then I was watching something and I'm like, I just thought to myself, I thought it first. I thought, you know what? I'm not really liking this white trim door. You know what I'm saying? Like my trim, I just painted the trim on the main floor, all white, white trim, white door, you know, whatever. And then my walls are like that blue gray. I fucking feel like it's sterile. I've decided I'm changing like all of my shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this. So yeah, I'm changing it all. I don't care. I've decided I'm changing it all. I'm going with neutral tones and warmer tones, geared towards more warmer neutral. And I'm going to pull all of the trim and put up the big trim, like the more modern trim. It's just, there's no like lines on it or curves. And I hate all that shit. And I've decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. And then I decided I wanted a shelving unit in my office. And so I'm like, yeah, fuck, I'm going to do that myself. I'm going to literally buy like IKEA cabinets and like shelving units. And I'm going to frame it all out and put up trim and make my own like in-wall unit. Boom. What else can I do? I hate the floors. Absolutely. I spent my whole life wanting hardwood floors until I bought my own home, and I fucking hate them. First off, they're not for people who live in their homes. I don't mean to be rude, but they're not. Plus, I didn't put these floors down. The people who actually bought this house and like put it together, they made the worst choices for pretty much everything that they did in this house. So everything, I would have done everything different because they weren't even just like dealer, you know, like builder grade. They were like, what's cheaper than builder grade? I've just found out that I have soft wood floors that are painted walnut to make them look like hardwoods, but they're shitty. And I can't even mop them anymore because the mop gets stuck. There's so much buildup on them that I had to actually go buy like a scrub brush that's electric. Because hello, I have autoimmune disease. And I am going to start with vinegar, water, and some essential oil, and maybe some dish soap. And I am going to start scrubbing the shit off of these floors. I can't stand them. And then we're going to replace them. That's my interim scrub. Before we would like to replace them all, but not with wood. Like, fuck that shit. Nope. I want something that's going to last a long time. In all honesty, I'm going to go with a premier vinyl, like wood look. If they don't have what I want, I'm going to go with a wood look ceramic tile. Because you could wash that shit. You could wash it. Like, yes, you could wash it. I feel like the floor is always dirty, even if I wash it. And that's not okay. So we've decided, so Mr. Sith has decided that he could do floors. And we have a couple people who either are married to contractors or have contractor friends that will help us. I have watched enough YouTube electrical to know that I could probably rewire a socket somewhere if I need. Obviously, if we need board work, you get an electrician for that. And we'll just get plumbers for plumbers, right? Plumbers for the plumbing, because we want to redo some stuff. We're going to redo the kitchen. We're going to redo the basement. Right now, we're still in declutter mode. Hold on to your seats, people. Mr. Sith cleaned 70% of the garage over Labor Day weekend. I'm fucking dead. Now, is it because I've been telling him that I've been wanting to declutter it? No. Let me, friends, sit down and just sit with me for a minute while I explain this. I have been asking my husband to help me declutter the garage and the basement for like 3 fucking years. I told him I'm doing it this year. Faux show. Like, we're doing it, okay? And I'm going to get in there. Does he help? No. Did he make any attempts? No. All of a sudden, he comes to me last week, I think it was Friday, and says, I'm going to clean out the garage this weekend. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, good thing we have no plans because I'm sick. Just saying, right? He didn't even think or ask, did I have any plans for us as a family? Right? Because it didn't matter, because Mr. Sith, once he has got a task, it will stay on his brain until he finishes the task. You could be in the middle of a conversation with Mr. Sith and be like, you know what I need you to do? Don't forget to take the book off my counter and before you leave. And then you'll start talking to him, and this is what's going on in his mind. Get the book on the counter. Get the book on the counter. And you're like, yeah, get the book on the counter. And then get the book on the counter. And sometimes he'll just walk away from you to get the fucking book on the counter. And then I'm like, hello, we're having a fucking conversation. I just said, before you leave, take the book on the counter. But nope, it was a task. It needed to be done immediately so that he could flush the brain. And then it's just, I'm pretty sure that's what my fucking husband's brain is. A flat fucking tone. I don't understand it. I sometimes aspire to it and wish I could have that. Nope. Mine sounds like a fucking international terminal. Nope. That's all I got. So he cleaned this weekend. And here's me. I went out to supervise the last day. So Labor Day, I went out and I was just like, let's see how things are going, because he tends to get to a point where he's just moving shit around and he's not fucking doing anything anymore. And then I got to come in for the clean. So you can only let it get so bad. So I'm like, it was early in the day. Let's like nip this shit in the bud. I got to make a tomahawk steak for fucking Peter. You know, that kind of stuff, right? So I'm like, So that's what I did. I went out and I thought, well, what's all this stuff here? Books, library. If they don't want them, they dispose of them. What else you got? And then I'm going through stuff and I'm like, wait, why is all this here? Boxes. I found bags that I told him to take to Goodwill months and years ago. But he just put it to the side and beep. So nothing happened. Because he took it out and he was doing shit, or it was too late to go to Goodwill. So he just put it here and then beep, it goes away. I'm like, okay, what's in this box? This is garbage. Like 8 months ago, they're just boxes with boxes or bags. Why is all this shit here, dude? Put it in the recycle. And he's like, oh, I'm like, wow, half the shit in here was all shit you piled up because you didn't fucking do or throw it out or do what I asked you to do with it. And he's like, well, you want me to take it all to Goodwill? No, because if you haven't taken it yet, it's a holiday. Fucking throw it out. It's been sitting in the garage. It's probably ruined now. Don't send me any fucking emails. We have rodents and shit. So no, if there's holes in the bag, I'm not going through looking to see, and I'm not bringing shit to Goodwill that has holes in it that might have like mice shit in it. No. So we tossed everything. All of the furniture I had in the garage. Yeah, he brought that shit upstairs on his own. I'm like, really? Wait a minute. You've been telling me you've been waiting for somebody to bring this shit up with you. You just literally took all these pieces up your fucking self. Wait, what? And then he's like, well, I don't know what you want to do with the stuff in that old dresser. That's your shit. It's my shit. No, I don't have anything in that dresser. Those drawers are all yours. He opens it up and it's all the shit that I bought him for new or people have bought him for Christmas. And he just put it in there and forgot it was there because it wasn't in his regular dresser. Because what Mr. Sith doesn't do that I keep telling him is that when I buy something new, I throw something out old, whether it be shoes, undies, socks, shirts, pants. What comes in, something's got to go out, right? And plus I just cleansed my whole fucking closet. It's like, what? What are you talking about right now? So it made no sense to me. I'm like, whatever. So I'm cleaning the dirty floor. He cleaned the garage. We're almost done. So like next weekend, we'll work a little bit on it. And get, now it's pretty much just little stuff that we'll have to take out to the garbage every week. But I'm pretty sure we could finish this by the end of September now. Clean it out good. What we're going to do is put up insulation that we have downstairs from when the people left it all down there. We're going to insulate it, buy drywall and drywall it all closed. We're going to put in some outlets. We have no outlets, which is stupid. We have like one outlet, but it's like in an odd place and one in the garage door light. So how's that helping me? So we're going to put in the appropriate outlets. We're going to do that, I don't know, vinyl flooring, whatever the hell it's called. We're going to do that. It needs a new set of stairs because the stairs are rotting and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to walk out one day and fall. Thank God it's only 2 steps. And rearrange things a little bit, put up some proper shelving, and then I'm going to replace the garage door, and then boom, we're done with that. And then we're going to move to the basement. Then we can clean that out, use the garage as like a central, start putting away the holiday stuff appropriately up on the upper shelvings in the garage. And then we're able to, use the basement. We'll have it nice and clean. And then the people before us that built this house, they started studying and they studied out the basement, but they didn't do it properly. It's really sad that people are that shoddy in their work when it's their own home. I thought, shit, how would this look like if it was somebody else's home? This is the shoddy work you put into your own home. So we have to take down all the studs, remove the insulation and the drywall that they had up and start from scratch properly with a permit. So we will do that. And we have somebody who can come and do all the demo with us. But in the meantime, we have to clean it out. And most of it, again, shit can be thrown out or certainly condensed and put somewhere else. So I told him Mr. Sith, that I would like to utilize the attic space as well and kind of put some boards down, like some subflooring and stuff, because it's just insulation. It's like a little crawl space attic. And this way we can put up either more holiday stuff or just keepsake stuff that like we had from when we were a kid that we'll never access, but that you don't want to throw out. That kind of stuff. Memorable stuff. Keepsakes. And so put those all in like nice plastic containers and put them up in the attic area. This way it's nice and clean downstairs and we can start power washing it. And after they demo all the crap that's up there and then go from there, start designing and doing all that. So I'm actually going to do the design myself. I have a program that will do that for me or help me with that. And then, tweak it. I'll probably run it by some friends just to see if they have any other spaces. I feel like there's a lot of square footage that's wasted downstairs. And then little by little start doing that. Like, hey, like how hard? The biggest cost, I think, right now is going to be we're going to need new windows. And I'm not a fan of just pretty much everything is so expensive right now that just the idea of knowing what they're going to charge me for fucking windows like hurts me. It hurts my soul. That's where I'm at. All right, my friends. Happy Saturday. I hope it's sunny where you're from. It's supposed to be nice and cool from here on out for the next week or so. So I'm going to enjoy that. Do some fall activities to boost my mood like we talked about last Wednesday. But you enjoy your Saturday, and until next week, lead with kindness. Bye.